Hi, everyone. So, today I want to share about Sunday service today at River of Life, Jacksonville. Um, so, I have just been going through a difficult season in just a lot of different relationships. God has really been showing me how our relationships, even though they are important and they have purpose and God uses them, that we can't attach our identities to them because people are going to disappoint you. You have false expectations, or just, you can't control relationships. And they're wonderful things, but they also are a lot of work. But you just can't have your identity rooted in how somebody else treats you, or the expectations you have for that person, that you can put false narratives on a person too and make them your God. And if they don't behave the way that you want them to, that they're less than. So God's just been teaching me a lot about just even when people are treating you poorly, and how to deal with that, how to deal with the emotions, and not, to face the reality that you're disappointed, you're hurt, and everything, and how you don't always have to be in fellowship with people all the time, or that you can pray for them from a distance, but that ultimately you can love people and still be around people that might hurt you at times, but you forgive them and you can reconnect with them because your identity isn't based off of how they treated you, as long as they're, making the effort. So, um, that's kind of the backstory of some of the things. And the last few days have been particularly hard for me. Um, but God has been just speaking to me so much lately, in a season of fasting and prayer. But I went to church, just already worshiping in the car, just trying to get my mind already focused on receiving God's word. And during the worship service, I was out in the cafe with my husband, and I went into the service, and just, they started singing hymns, and I just really kept feeling like I want to go to the altar. I want to go to the altar, but there's nobody up there right now. Like, everybody's back at their seats, and I just really kept feeling like, go to the altar. And I even like tried to look over the crowd. I was in the very back. Excuse me. I was in the very back, and I was just trying to peek to see if I could see anybody else up there, but I kept feeling like I just need to go. I just need to go, even if I'm the only one. And then Pastor Chris was saying, I feel like you just need to come to the altar. Just people just start coming to the altar. And so I was like, this is it. I was hearing God. And so if I was the first, one of the first ones up, as far as I didn't even have to question whether I was going or not, because I already had it in my heart to go. And God's presence was just falling on people, and getting prayer, and just God speaking, that in a way I almost felt like he just did that for me. That the fact that he had told me to go to the altar before the altar call even happened. I don't know, maybe other people felt the same way. I don't know how other people were thinking or feeling, or what they were hearing, but it just felt like God met me in a time of my greatest need, that I was so heartbroken, and I knew just church was going to be a place where I could get the refreshing and the filling that I needed, and some of the answers that I was looking for. And just in that waiting, that he'll just show up right when you just don't even know what he's going to do, and it's going to be so much greater than you ever expected. And I've just been writing that just feeling through the day, of just his amazing faithfulness to do crazy things whenever he wants to. And it's just exciting to wait on him and to see what he's going to do. So that was just kind of a little testimony today, that sometimes I just feel like there are services that he just tailored just for you. And there's probably other people that are people that are going to feel that way too, but nobody will convince me that it wasn't just for me. So I'm God's favorite, but you're his favorite too. So it's just exciting to build your relationship with God where he's real to you, and that it's an intimacy that you have with him that is unique to you and special. So I hope that you have those experiences, and I pray that God gives you those times in your deepest needs, that sometimes when we feel alone, he's the closest to us when we don't feel him, and that we just trust that he's going to show up and comfort us in ways that we could never even imagine to even ask for. So be encouraged and have a good evening.